Hi there. It's Joe Mitchell with the 10-Minute Educator. And I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight or whenever you're watching. I am a high performance coach and a tapping specialist. Tapping? You know what about tapping? Well, if you don't, go to my website, Activate Your Greatness, and learn about it. Tapping is very critical, is an amazing skill. Um, and this 10-minute educator is really about giving you something that's going to really make a difference in your life and in a very short period of time. And today we're just going to go over some stress busting tips that I think that you'll enjoy. I'm not in my normal surroundings because things are a little different today. So please bear with me on that. I am very much liking this particular subject. So how do we like stay stress free, especially like one of the things that one of the people that I love to help is people who are self-employed, who work for themselves. Sometimes you call them solopreneurs, people who are like, their own boss and they don't have any employees. I mean, I've been a self-employed business owner for, I don't know, 25 years. I mean, a long, long time. And I love it. I think it's amazing. And I think that sometimes though you can get overwhelmed. You can get this, it can just be a burnout, like a sense of like there's just too much to take on, especially if you're wearing a lot of hats. And so I wanted to like give you some stress busters, some really simple stress busters. So let's get into it. So got this little thing here. So no, I don't want the weekend to be over. I mean, come on. It's like now we're into the week and we've got to work and we've got to do we've got to wear all of the hats, or we've got to work those extra hours, or whatever it is that really causes you stress. That's what we got to do sometimes. So let's talk about how do we get beyond that? So I'm going to give you 3 tips today that I think will be useful to you. First tip, laugh. And when I say laugh, that is a really great thing to do. Just laugh. Just let yourself laugh. Now, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just like laugh spontaneously, just like, just make it up. Other times I'll just like read a joke and come up with something that's funny that will really get me going. And or I'll watch a stand-up comic, or I like reading jokes. I like the one-liners. I'm a little crazy that way, but the whole idea is just have fun, laugh, get into it, And what happens is when you're stressed and you start to laugh, you just start to come more into the present. You start to get more in touch with the endorphins. So laugh, okay? Will you do that with me? Laugh. Great. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, call this get religion. Tune in to your inner source. Whether you worship Jesus, whether you worship the divine, whether you worship source, whatever, get into religion. Get into religion with yourself. You might want to actually go onto YouTube or someplace online and look at some sermons. Get yourself attuned to the light. Go inside. Get beyond the stress. When you're stressing, it's really important to get beyond it. Beautiful. And then number 3, take a nap. Nap it, nap a poo. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but there's this thing called nappuccino. And what you do is you take your shot, like I got these little shots that I love. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like this. It's called brain juice. Powerful, powerful shot that's healthy for you, that's good for you. It really stimulates the brain juice. And and then you take this before you nap, and then it gives you the caffeine. There's caffeine in this thing, of course. And you take your nap, and then it takes 15 minutes for the caffeine to kick in. And by the time the caffeine's kicked in, you are ready to go. You're ready to roll. So napping is a really great way to let go of stress, and you just relax. And the other thing with napping is you let go of the stress in your body, you release the tension in your body, so that you're much more like, when you finish, you're much more alive and present. That's the whole thing. It's just being present. So we've got 3 great tools for getting out of this stress. And we laugh, we go inside, and we touch a deeper part of ourselves, or we reach out to something higher, and then we take a nap. Those 3 ways. And this is great, because if you're working in a corporate situation sometime, or if you're working in a retail situation or something, it's harder to do these 3 things, because if people see you laughing, or people see you praying, or people see you napping, it's not as easy. I mean, it's really one of the things that's really great if you're working for yourself, or you're working at home now. A lot of people are working at home, even if they have jobs, they're working at home. So that's a really great thing to be able to have the space to take care of yourself. So this is my advice to you. If you're stressing a little bit, slow it down. Take one of these 3 tips and use it. Make it stress-free, because if you work with these 3 methods, you will find that you are a lot less stressed, and they work. So which one will you use? Which method will you use today, or tomorrow, or whenever that stress hits, that weekday stress? Use one of these. It really works. So thanks. That's the 10-minute educator. We're a little less than 10 minutes today. A lot of times I go over 10 minutes, but we're a little less than 10 minutes today. So I know you're probably like, that's great. I'm so glad. But stress less, achieve more. That's the theme for this month. And I know that you can do it. I'm also, as I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I have a book called The Art of Joyful Achieving, and I would love to give you a few free chapters on my website, activateyourgreatness.com. So go there for that and some other free bonuses, and take care of yourself. Let go of the stress. Slow down. And you'll see an amazing amount of productivity gain, an amazing amount of energy, and just having life when you're doing your work, rather than trudging through like, oh God, like a zombie. Okay, well, thank you for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful night or day, or whenever you're watching. Joe Mitchell, over and out.